question, that is 19. We are given M is a 3 into 3 matrix with all entries being 0 or 1. Then all possible values of determinant M is R. So obviously 0 has to be one of the value, and it is given in all the 4 options also. So we should not take any time to find out whether it is 0 is there or not. Similarly, 1 is also in all the 4 options. In fact, all these zeros, the value 0 can be seen if all are 0, 0, 0, 0 or 1, 1, 1, 1, you will get 0. This 1 can also be seen easily if you put all the elements in the diagonal, and you put all the ones in the diagonal and zeros in other places. So you will be getting 1, and if you interchange any 2 rows or columns, then -1 will also be there. So I think these are very much obvious. Now to check whether 2 is possible or 2 is not possible, I will tell you 2 ways. First of all, let us assume my matrix is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now there is a direct method to expand this matrix where we multiply these elements in the diagonal. So we can write A1, B2, C3 plus A2, B3, C1 plus A3, B1, C2. So this diagonal, then A2 multiplied with B3 multiplied with C1. There is a direct method, or you can expand along any rows or column. Then also you can check these 6 terms will be coming. These are 3 terms with plus sign. Then there will be 3 more terms with minus sign. And these will be along other diagonal. You can say A3, B2, C1, A3, B2, C1 minus, then it will be A1, B3, C2, and then minus what is remaining? I think I have not taken A2, so A2, B1, C3. Now there is one thing to notice here, that every element you can check, like A1, it is coming exactly once in these 3 terms, and it is coming exactly once in these 3 terms. So every element is coming in those 3 terms which are with plus sign, and exactly once in those 3 terms which are with minus sign. Now if I start with all the values with 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, so you can see all these will be 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and these will also be 1, 1, 1 here. So obviously the value will be 0, and that can be concluded directly also. Now if I make one of the element as 0, let us say A1 as 0. So what you can see, if A1 is 0, this element will become 0, and this element will also become 0 if I put only A1 as 0. Remaining terms like A2, B3, C1, A3, B1, C2, or these 2 terms will be 1, 1 only. So my value will remain now 0 only. Then how we can have 1, how we can have 2, please see. If I make 2 elements of this first term, that is A1 and B2, both to be 0, 0. So what you can see, this first term, let me write it once again, A1, B2, C3 plus A2, B3, C1 plus A3, B1, C2 minus A3, B2, C1 minus A1, B3, C2 minus A2, B1, C3. So if I do this thing, if I make these 2 0 and all 7 elements to be 1, 1, so this will be 0, and because these 2 elements are 0, this will effectively make this term to be 0, and it will also make this to be 0, and this will be 1, this will be 1, and this will also be 1. So you can see my value will be 1. 1 plus 1 minus 1, so 1. Now same way, if you do one thing, that if you make A1, B2 and also C3 to be 0, in this case also you can check my first term will be 0, this one, these 2 terms will be 1, 1, because I have made these 3 to be 0, other 6 1, other 6 are 1 only. So in that case this will be 1, this will be 1, but this A1 will make this term to be 0, B2 will make this to be 0, C3 will make this to be 0. So you can see all these terms with minus sign will be 0, 0, 0. So 2 seems also to be possible, and minus 2 will also be possible. You just have to interchange the rows or columns. So minus 2 is also possible. Now the question is whether 3 is also possible or not. Now in that case, you can see if you want 3, that means I want these ones to be intact, but I want these 3 to be 0, 0, 0, isn't it? Then only I can have 3. But for that, you have to make one elements or at least one elements of these 3 terms to be 0, 0, 0, so that they become 0, 0. But if you make any one of the elements, of these 3 terms to be 0, they will impact the value of these 3 terms also. So you cannot have these 3 to be 1, 1, 1 and these 3 to be 0, 0, 0. So 3 is not possible. 3 is not possible. Okay, so answer here would be, I think, B. It is not C, it is not D.